Hello, welcome back to Wendy's Colouring, and today is my colouring plans video. As you can imagine, I have, as usual, got far too many books out. I'm half thinking I might keep this pile of books for Christmas, so I may not do a colouring plans for December, but keep a lot of this stack for November and December, because a lot of this pile that I've picked out is Christmas anyway. And obviously if I don't get them done in November, December's my only choice to do that. So yeah, we'll see. I've got a mix. I've got quite a lot of the cute and cozy books. I've got quite a lot of my usual books. I don't know how many I'm likely to get to. November's a funny one. Sometimes I do get quite a bit of time in November. December, not so much, definitely. Very busy. Very busy personally, very busy at work, and December can be tricky. So hence why I'm thinking I might combine colouring plans for November and December. I'm going to see how I go, and I'll make a final decision when I get to the end of November. I'm still definitely going to do end of the month what I've got done in November when we come to it, but I may just carry on with the same set of books. We'll see. Going to start with this one, Fuzzy Huguet by, is this a Viva Tinta? Yeah, Viva Tinta. I've picked a few out of these. I'm not sure whether I want to continue with kind of autumnal, kind of autumn pages now we're in November, or whether I just want to go straight into kind of Christmassy pages. I don't think I've fully decided. When I'm looking through, I'm kind of seeing some pages that I really like. I think I'm quite happy with going with inside kind of cozy pages, and I think that is what I've kind of picked on a lot of them. This one I quite like. A little bit of challenges, isn't it? Because you've got screens, you've got a light sourcing going on, you've got a bit of lights, little lights going on. You've got fabrics to think about. You've got a bit of a fuzzy carpet for a bit of texture. So yeah, there's a few challenges in it that I need to think about how I might tackle them. I quite like the idea of doing some texture in the fireplace, and again he's snoozing in front of the fire, so we've got some lighting effects on the carpet, on the fabrics, on the character, on some of these scenery bits and pieces. I quite like thinking about light sourcing, so that does interest me. And this just felt like a nice cosy autumnal stroll with the dog, being a dog. Through the park, through the scenes. I thought, yeah, I could do quite nice kind of winter, autumn colour palette. Reds, golds, oranges could be quite nice. Could be night or day, couldn't it? We've got a bit of clouds, but it could still be night. I'm not sure. Not sure what I think. So I've picked those three, not many out of that one. Have I coloured in this one? I don't think I've coloured in this one. I think this one I'd saved for this month, so I haven't done any in this one yet, so that one's new to me. When am I going to check these? Not on the dog that's asleep by the side of me. This one was new in last month, and I really got this one just to see what it was like, because I was quite interested in the idea of it. So colour by line, kind of like colour by numbers, but obviously it's the actual line that's giving you the colour. I don't know if I'm going to stay with the colours that it's given me. Obviously, if you've got a blue line, you could go with purple, you could go with brown. So you can still change them. But obviously, I spend a lot of time taking line work out of my colouring. So I was curious to see how these would come out, and whether this is something that I would like to have a go at. Who's this one by? I forgot to look. Oh yeah, another by Viva Tinta. I think it's quite an interesting idea. But I've picked this kind of Christmassy scene. It's quite a vibrant green that they've chosen, and we're having red curtains with it, apparently. We'll see. Don't know if I'll be bossed about by what colours they've used, but we'll see. I also quite like this kind of teapot, mushroomy type house. I thought that was cute, and I also like this kind of bear in a jar with the mushrooms. And this book does give you the kind of solutions at the back, so if you don't want to see them, just turn away for a minute. But yeah, so this is the little bear in the jar that I think is quite cute. Where's me teapot house? I'm not sure I love their version of the teapot house. I'm going to do that slightly different if I do that one. And which was the other one that I did? Oh, it was a Christmas one, wasn't it? It was a Christmassy scene. Where are you? Oh yeah, they're in. See, I'm not loving the red curtains. I don't think I'm going to do them red. But I quite like them. I just think it's a... Yeah, it's a bit of a different idea, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll see whether I like it. I don't think I like all the images in this book. Like, there's a good chunk of this that I can't see myself colouring, like those pancakes, wherever they just were. That I just briefly got a flick of. I like this. I can kind of see that I could add a bit more into that and make that a bit more interesting. It's okay. I can't see myself colouring that, if I'm really honest. Fireworks in the background. It is November the 1st as I'm filming this. Is it Diwali? I'm not sure, but yeah, we're getting fireworks in the background anyway, so sorry if you can hear that. Yeah, that, I'm not going to colour that. So I think this is my and ah about this book. The idea of it interests me, and I'll see how I go with it. Not all the images interest me. Some of them are a bit too simple for me. Some of them are just not my thing. Like that I can see myself doing, because, you know, I like a mushroom. I kind of see myself doing that one. Not so much that one. That's cute, isn't it? Yeah, I think there's more that I will do than I won't do. So we'll see how we go with stress relief. The book's stressing me out. Colour by line by Bibi Tinta. Bit of a different idea. Interested to see how I get on with it. I did notice in my shelves that this I got quite a long time ago. I think I got another book by this artist, and I worked in the other one quite a bit, but for some reason, yeah, Miranda Klein. For some reason I didn't come back to this one, and I do like a fairy lady. I think the thing I will say is these are a bit samey. When I've just been flicking through to... Let's just crack that open a bit better. When I've just been flicking through to pick one. But again, they're a little 8x8 book. I do quite like this size. It feels a bit easier to get done when I'm busy. Like this one with the butterflies. I always like a pretty lady with things on her head. I don't know what it's about. Flowers, butterflies, insects. I like that. I don't know why. I enjoy colouring them. So these are a selection of those kind of things. This woman does look a bit sulky. But I'm thinking once I've worked on her face a bit, we might be able to cheer her up a bit. But I quite like some of the background, and she has got a really interesting angled face. So we'll see. We'll see if I can improve her mood. This one I quite like, and this one I quite like, but if I'm really honest, they are a little bit samey, so I can't see myself doing one of these a month, because it's basically like doing the same image every month, just in a slightly different configuration. But I do like them. I think it'll be one of those maybe once a year books, something like that. We'll see. But yeah, Fairy Ladies by Miranda Klein. I've had it a little bit of time. As you can see, it's not AI. But yeah, it is Amazon printed, but I think I might just do a base of markers and we'll see how we go with it. Another one I've had a long time and I still haven't coloured in. This is a PDF. Obviously you can get it Amazon printed. I quite like this one. This one is literally just called Adult Colouring Book by Tanya Bogamer Stilova. But it is Christmas, hence why I've written on it as well. I've just printed it off on my Nina cardstock. Pages that all of these I quite like, but I do particularly like, and I wanted to do them last year and I didn't get round to them. I quite like these kind of Christmas bookshelf scenes that she does, and I think there's a couple of them in this book. And bottom's just going off, isn't it? Let's just zoom you out just a smidgen so you can see the whole page. But yeah, I quite like some of the... Why is there a random dinosaur there? You don't really want him just popping up with your Christmas party, do you? Like, bit of Tyrannosaurus. No thanks. I don't think you want to be just sanding about, Mr. Mouse. But yeah, I do like some of these. So we've got a little ladder made of pencils. We've got a little snow globe. Got a nice wreath. And lots of different kind of books and little Christmas lights and bits and pieces like that. It does interest me. That's also quite cute as well. A bit of rooftops with some gonks. Bit of Santa in the background. I quite like the little bed one, but I'm sure there was another of the bookshelf ones back here. Oh yeah, I think this was the other one that I really quite liked, with the candles, little deer, gentleman mouse all dressed up, really really sweet. It's going to the little coffee shop. Yeah, I think two of those I really like. I'd like to have a go at one of those this year. I'm not so sure about some of the rest. I like them, but those bookshelves have been calling to me all year and I've not been able to do them because they're Christmas. And I wanted to do them last year and I just didn't have the time. That's quite nice as well, little toy shop, isn't it? This book, I think I prefer with the less mice in them. It's just Christmas without the mice so much. I don't mind the odd mouse, but mouse on everyone. I think maybe, oh look, there's gonks there as well. That might be quite fun as well, isn't it? It's like really faint decorations on the baubles. But yeah, I think I might like to have a go at that. Excuse the glare, because I've put a bit of acetate over just to protect it because I'm so messy. What else? Not had it out for a very long time. Oh yeah, I don't think I've cooked it. Cooked. It kind of is about that. Vintage My Room, I don't think I've worked in all year. Sadly, this book is not available anywhere that I'm aware of, sadly. It is a beautiful book. I did get mine from Book Depository. I suspect they bought up the last of the stock because I didn't see much of it after that point. I kind of haven't coloured in it for quite a long time because I kind of feel a bit guilty colouring something that I know you can't get in, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to colour in it, so it is in the pile. I'm not sure I'll have time to get to it. I quite like this kind of winter wardrobe kind of thing going on, wet brollies, raincoat, rain leaf, I don't know, but I thought that was quite cute. I also quite like this kind of, again, doorway with wet gear around. Kind of does sum up winter here in the north of the UK. I kind of still like both of these sides as well. I think this side with the little cute lamb I do like, and these kind of strange lighting things and the pictures. I don't think I'm up for a big kind of heavy page because some of the pages in here have taken me a long time, but just the simpler pages, I'm thinking I might do a single, like could do that one, could do the little kitschy cups and glasses. But I quite like a lot of this as well. And I think I did pick another one out at the back. Oh yeah, the little merry-go-round painting. I think it's supposed to be a painting. The time to be happy is now. But I do quite like all these little cute characters and the little kitschy patterns on it. It is a lovely book. I do think it's stunning. It's a shame it's not getting a reprint because the quality of it is beautiful. I quite like this sewing one as well, but there's so much going on. It feels a bit much for this month and how much time I have to work through. I also like these little books. That again, each of the little books is filled in really nicely. Anyway, could be here all day talking about this book, but Vintage My Room, I've not worked in it all year, so it might be quite nice to do a little bit. By Chunso. Tis a fave book. This one is in my books to touch and I still haven't actually worked in it. I don't know why, because I do like, every time I open it I do like it. It's Dream Trip, a magical colouring book that takes you to a dream world by somebody that I'm going to pronounce wrong. I'll let you just read it. I think I did get this from AliExpress. So if you want it, yeah, that's the place to look. It's a little bit wacky. It has quite an unusual style, but it is quite cute. Paper in it is pretty good. And there's some pages I quite like. These are quite cute. I think there's a car in it somewhere that I've been meaning to do for ages. I'm definitely not up for a double. Oh, that's not a double page anyways. This is quite cute, little teapot. I haven't picked a particular page out of this. I have just grabbed it and thought, like, I quite like this kind of dress, and it looks like there's somebody hiding in. Oh, there's two people hiding inside it. A bear, and what is that? I don't know what that is. Some kind of creature inside it. But yeah, it's a bit wacky. That's quite cute as well, isn't it? I think it's one of those styles you either like or you really dislike. I don't think there's much in between it. I think once I get a bit of colour in it, I'll feel a bit happy about it. That's quite nice as well. But yeah, I've still not coloured in it, and I would like to by the end of the year. Quite like that. So I think it's a matter of finding something to start with. Oh, I like the flowery shoe. That's quite nice. Although it's got a pumpkin with it, and I'm kind of over pumpkins a little bit. Coming from October. Oh yeah, there's the little car with the burr on the front and the little burr on the wheels. But yeah, it's a bit wacky. Does that feel a bit Christmas Village? Not sure. As you can see, I haven't picked a page. There's a lot going on. It's basically a dream. Those are quite nice pages as well. I could do like a third, couldn't I? Hopefully, I might do something in this month anyway. Dream Trip, a magical colouring book that takes you into a dream world. We'll see. Otherwise, it's going to be a fail for my books to touch this year, because I can't see me colouring in it in December if I don't do it in November. This I didn't get to last month just because I was doing so many kind of Halloween autumn pages. I think I'm going to keep the pages I had set out. I think I was thinking about the satchel page, although I do quite like her on the other side. Or, oh yeah, King of the Trolls with all these many gems down here. He's also interesting me. And I do like Red Riding Hood here, but this mouse is also cute. And what else did I have picked out? Oh yeah, Sleeping Beauty. Or a little house in a nice wreath. Sleeping Beauty I quite like. I quite like the idea of doing these fabrics. They do tempt me. But beautiful book, beautiful paper, fairy tales and folklore colouring book by Emily Leidenhall-Orberg. Definitely would like to do that. And the same with my two little Korean books. I've not changed the pages. I didn't get to them. Hello Forest Friends colouring book by Jo Borum and Colouring Book for a Bright Day Together by Rainey Park. I kind of picked like autumny pages last month. I'm going to whiz through them very quickly. I think I'm going to keep these pages in because I do like all these little autumn pages. Oops. So I've got this little camping one. I've got... that one's coming out. We're not doing pumpkins. I'm over pumpkins. Although I do quite like the upside down bats. We might still do that one. And in the other one, I've done... oh yeah, this lovely little leaf gathering page. I do like that. If I'd had another couple of days, I would have done that page this month, but I just ran out of time. And this little cute, having a lie in bed, read me a story. I think that's also cute. But yeah, both books, love working in these. Would like to get to them this month. What else? I've got a few of these 8x8 cute and cozies. Please don't knock my glass over. The bookmarks just nearly grabbed my cup. So, by Kiki's Colouring, I've got Cozy Routines. I've picked a couple out in here. Again, I've kind of gone for wintry, cosy kind of pages. Quite like this. Eating a burger in bed. Look at all that all over the sheets. No, that's naughty. I quite like this kind of old-fashioned first-class carriage in a train. I quite like the idea of doing all the leather effects on the seats and all of that, and a bit of scenery, kind of quite in a vintage look. I'm thinking that could be fun. Little camping scene, toasting some marshmallows, nice night sky. I quite enjoyed my night sky page last month. And then a kind of cosy winter. I've been doing all a million jobs and I've fallen asleep in front of the fire vibe. You know it's going to happen. And then lastly, I've completely fallen asleep now in my cosy blanket. Quite like the idea of adding a bit of wallpaper of some description, a bit of pattern work on his quilt, maybe on the rug. Not sure. We've got a light. Can be on or off, can't it? So we can have a night sky in the background. So yeah, some pages quite interest me in that one, Cozy Routine. I've also got Gummy and Pecky back. This is a Vive Tinta book. This one's not so much wintry, I don't think. I've kind of picked a couple of pages out, but I may not get into this one. I've picked this one with the beds. Thought that was quite cute, and I think I've picked this one. It seemed like the only kind of wintry gingerbread, or one that could feel a bit wintry. So I'm not sure about Gummy and Pecky this month. We'll see. May not get to it, but I have brought this one, Autumn, by Colouring Book Cafe. We've got a little camping scene. I've got Night Sky. I quite fancy doing that one with another dark night sky. That one does interest me because I enjoyed that last month. Raining, Sheltering Under the Mushroom. I like that. Building a Fire by the fireplace. Again, we've got some candles, so some nice soft light ideas. I think that's quite interesting. More rainy weather in the background, quite like that, with a cosy cup of tea. And yeah, we've just been and got something else cosy. So all of those kind of cosy, wintry vibes. I know it's an autumn book, but I think it's still okay for this month. Then, this book I've not worked in for a very long time. Woodland Mandalas by somebody I can't pronounce. Thenia Karlzon. I've probably said it wrong, sorry. These are just simple, kind of cute mandala. In fact, there you go, that's what they look like, because there's some nice printed ones. This always gives me kind of Colouring Haven vibes, but it's not Colouring Haven. The paper is quite thin. It's a little bit see-through, like you can kind of, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see that you can see the print through a little bit. But it's fine for markers. I think I've used a bit of gel pen and stuff in this in the past, but there's some quite cute little simple easy mandalas. I don't do mandalas very often, but I'm kind of thinking it's quite a stressful term at work, and sometimes I might just want something a little bit just relaxing and don't have to be too kind of, that's the one I've done in here. It's very glittery, as you can see. I don't actually know what I've done it with, but whatever it is, sheds something terrible, which is why it's got a thing inside with it, because it just comes off all over the place. I have no memory of what that was though, but it certainly needs sealing. Owls. But yeah, some of this I just thought might be quite cute and useful when I'm feeling a bit stressed, to do just something that's a bit more chilled out and not quite so stressful to work through. But some of these are so lovely, and I do love the examples that they've done in the book. I think it's just very, very pretty. Like, look at that, it's beautiful. Alcohol markers, colour pencils, paint pens, design on page 37. Ah, yeah, okay. Done the fur really nicely, haven't they? And that is also cute. But yeah, it's not the best quality book in terms of paper, but I do like it. It's quite cute. Woodland Mandalas. I'm sure you can find it, but if you want the ISBN, it is there. What else have I got in my massive Christmas pile? This I have still not coloured in, and I think I've had it 2 years. Enchanted Christmas by Teresa Goodridge. I kind of never want to go in with alcohol markers, but I've kind of decided I need to go in with alcohol markers to speed my process up and feel like I'm more likely to get this finished, because this page I've wanted to do for a couple of years. I think it's really cute. I like the style of it. I never get to it because I look at it and think, nope, I've got time for doing all that trunk. So I'm thinking I'm going to use markers in this book, and that's what's going to happen, because it's a lovely book. There's some lovely Christmas pages. I think some of my favourite Christmas pages. Paper isn't amazing in these books, is it? But that's lovely as well, isn't it? There's just some really beautiful Christmas, like that one I really do like. I like a lot of the details. You've got a cheeky elf, Nutcracker man, little bear. Yeah, there's just lots going on. That kind of random mermaid. I'm not so sure she feels Christmassy. But yeah, I think I'd like to work this one, or maybe that other page with all those little characters on. She's cute as well, isn't she? I like her. There's so much in this book that I like, and I never get to it. I think I prefer those further towards the back than this front bit. Although that's cute as well. And we've got little lights going round. Yeah, it's cute. Enchanted Christmas by Teresa Goodridge. Still uncoloured. I need to do something about that. This one is coloured 50 Winter Miniatures by Camelia Anjakova. Again, I haven't picked one. These ones are a bit more simple, I think, than perhaps some of the ones she does now. I don't know if it's my favourite Christmas book, but I quite like them again for a quick, relaxing colour. That I think some of them are a little bit too plain for me, but that's cute, isn't it? That might be. In fact, let's put the whale in there as he's handy. I quite like the little dog. I quite like the penguins as well. Let me get my wrong drawer. Let's get a few bookmarks. Might put the penguins in as well. As we're looking through, that kind of feels like it needs something else. I don't know. That's pretty into it. Cats. Bunnies. That's quite cute as well. We'll bung one in there. Maybe that one as well. But yeah, 50 Winter Miniatures. It's an older one of Camelia's now. Will still be available on Amazon, I've no doubt. This is an old book now that I've had quite a few years. It is from a cheapie shop in the UK, just from B&M. I've had it 3 years maybe. You won't be able to get one now unless you spot one on eBay going second hand. But I have got, well, as you've just seen, I have a couple of whips in here. I have this one, as you can see, it's completely all falling apart. But I think I did start this last year. And obviously was working through some of the little houses on this side. And I think I just started working on this side. I've still got, oh, I've done the roofs, look. But I haven't done the actual buildings. So yeah, I'd like to get a bit further along with this. Be nice to be able to get this finished this year. I have no idea, and it doesn't look like I've put a post-it in, what I was using. That's helpful, isn't it? What an idiot. It's probably luminance, but I'll have to have a play and see what I think. Obviously I've done quite a bit of the snow. I think some of it does need a bit of a smooth out. We shall see. But yeah, I've got this whip going. I'd like to get a bit more further on. I'm a bit worried about what I'm going to do with these kind of blobby shaped tree things that are going on. I'm going to have to, I might even paint some of these. Although this pet book does not take water very well. As you can see, it falls apart. So I might have to think maybe with the acrylic pens, something like that. These ones are not too bad because they're a bit more defined, but these are just vague tree shapes, aren't they? But I love this book. I do sometimes get things finished in it, but still a long way to go. And I think I did try and rescue this disaster that I did with, I think I did the yellow with Arteza brush markers, and they ran out halfway through, and they've bled something terrible through it. And then I've gone over with some kind of watercolour paint to try and rescue the mess, but it still needs a bit of work. And then the same with this. I think I having had that happen, I think I did use them again, and then I've painted over them to try and survive their background. I don't love it, but it's workable, isn't it? But yes, my adult Christmas B&M colouring book. Cheap, but I've working in it, so we'll see. We'll see where we get to with it. Other things that I've pulled out for Christmas are these two. Christmas Cuties by Joshua Dunbar and North Pole Elves by Morgan O'Brien. I think I've done 2 in here, have I? I've done that one. I've gone a bit glittery mad with, and I did this one that have I watercolour painted that? It seems very wrinkly. Is this a, oh no, it is a British one. So I've done that one, but somehow that has gone. Can you see how wrinkled that's gone? I must have wet it, mustn't I? I must have used something wet on it for it to have done that. But I'm thinking I might do another one. I'm not going to pick one on camera. They're much of a muchness, aren't they? But I do like this book. It's cute. That bear's cute, isn't he? Wherever he's just gone, sticking his tongue out. Bunny's also cute. Yeah, I like all of this. We won't go through it. But that I'm thinking I might work in this month or next. This, I think I've only done the one in, that one. Quite like to do another one at least. No excuse when they're this small, is there? So yeah, maybe a couple more. What have I done that in? I have done it in marker. So yeah, maybe I'll do some more in that one as well because it's cute and I've got a lot to do in it. My poor dog's got a pile next to her that's huge. Just hoping it doesn't fall on her. This one, Magical Season, Fall and Christmas Colouring Book. I always forget to get this out for autumn. Lenka Felinenko. This is the cardstock one, and I've pulled a few pages out that I quite like. I think this is more autumn than it is winter, but I still think it's a pretty image. I tend to do the line work. I find this grayscale a bit heavy for my tastes, so I'll probably work on this side. I quite like this little angel as well with some candles and some baubles, a bit of poinsettia. I think that's also quite nice. And what was the other one? I don't fancy this horrible rat looking thing. There's something about it, isn't it? It doesn't fill me with Christmas joy, but I do like this one. Again, yeah, really quite nice. Bit of kind of festive greenery in her hair. She's got a kind of Santa-y outfit on. Some little jingle bell earrings. I think that could be quite nice. I've not done a portrait for a few months as well, so that's a possible this month or December. Magical Season by Lenka Felinenko. I'm not sure if you can still get this kind of cardy version of this. I know she did have her books on Amazon for a while, but they were Amazon printed version. This one has like really nice carding, but yeah, I do love her drawings, and these books I really do like. What else? I've got 2. This is a new book to me last month. So this is Beautiful World of the Bible by Yoshi Kondo. I've picked out a couple of the kind of angel-y looking pages. Oh, I don't really want to wreck this book because it wasn't the easiest to get, but I quite like this kind of angel page. It has a kind of really nice kind of Swedish feel about the way these are drawn. I quite like this horse. Again, completely not winter based or anything like that, but yeah, just something about the style of it I quite like. And this I really do love. Again, it just feels quite Scandinavian to me in the way that it's drawn. I just quite like the quirkiness of it. I don't quite know how I'll do it, because I think I will have to think about how this is going to work. I want it to still have this kind of nice kind of Swedish feel to it. Don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'd quite like to make a start in this book. That was an accidental purchase really, but I do love some of the drawing in it. So what was it called? Beautiful World of the Bible by Yoshi Kondo. I got it from Amazon Japan. It's not the easiest person to find work by. It's quite tricky to get their books. And then this one I've had again in last month. I could have picked every page in this book. The Christmas book by Hanna Karlzon. And I think this is sadly sold out at the moment. Hopefully there will be more on the way, but who knows. I quite like the little merry-go-round with the lovely horse with the bells on. Bells up here. I think that's quite cute. Always like doing a little merry-go-round. This, I think everybody that's got this book keeps looking at this page. It's stunning, isn't it? It really does have a really lovely Christmas market flavour. And like there's little lights everywhere, bells everywhere, trees, snow. It's got it all, hasn't it, this page? But there lies the problem. It's a double, and it is a very busy double. I'd like to start it. I don't know if I've got the time to start it. And if you start one half of this, the other half's got to be the same, hasn't it? So, who knows? Love this. I think this is beautiful. Also, I think I really like that one. This is cute. Love it. Oh yeah, I quite fancied another of these, like hot chocolate kind of fancy teacup things. I did one in Clara Markova last month, and I really quite enjoyed colouring it. So I quite fancy it. I'm thinking I might do a kind of rainbow one though. I quite fancy having a go at that as well. This, I do love an owl page. I do love a double owl page. But these are quite small. There's a lot going on with these. Oh, I've got cute little. Oh, I've got a few cute little mice. 2 mice as well. Little mini owl there in the corner. Presents. It's lovely, but it's a commitment, isn't it? And not the bird. But I'm thinking this kind of gingerbread house with this kind of cut out gnome. It's quite funny the way she's drawn it, like he is a little cutout. I don't know what I think about that, like he's a little cutout decoration. I quite like it. It's a cute page. As I say, I could have marked every page in this book. It's just every page I'm like, oh yeah, that one. Christmas mushroom house, obviously. They've got little Christmas trees, they've got little snowmen, we've got a lot of snow, we've got little stars. I'm tempted I might do this kind of little border, like their little Christmas lights on all these mushrooms as well. And obviously the trees can have some Christmas lights as well. But look at these little snowmen. They're so tiny. It's cute. And then this is, again, another really cracking double. Very could I say, there's part of me that was like, oh, shall I just do just this book for December? Let's just do this book. Let's not bother with all the rest of the pile. Let's just do the one. Because it's a lovely book, isn't it? It is very nice. But yeah. Hanna Karlzon's Christmas book. Thinking that's quite nice. Ooh. And more, there is more. How long are we on? Oh, sorry. This is going to be a long video. I do apologise. This book is too cute and I just couldn't not colour it again. Love Monsters by Gideon Publishing, isn't it? I did enjoy working in this little monster book. I know it's silly, I know it's very childish, but I enjoyed it. So I'm going to do some more in it. I've picked Monster having a bath with his ducky. I think that's cute. Monsters having a bit of an ice skate with some nice, again, Christmassy lights. I've picked Monsters cleaning their clothes at the laundrette. I'm thinking I need to add some pattern into this. And I quite fancy making these kind of look like 1950s, 1960s old machines. I kind of want to do them in that funny pink shade, if you know what I mean. And maybe the green that goes with, you know, that kind of turquoisey green, pink green, I don't know. I kind of got a picture of that in my mind, what I want to do with it. This page I'm not so sure about, but it did have some Christmas lights and a night sky, so it tempted me. Again, obviously he's looking at a screen, so we've got some lighting effects. We've got a little camera, we've got these little bulbs. So there'll be a few things to think about if I was doing that one. Skiing monsters, who doesn't love a skiing monster? And a cosy fire. And they've both got their little cosy drinks. So, yeah, monsters. Oh, have I got another one? Oh, school bus. Yeah. Because I don't see enough of doing bus duty. I thought I'd come home and do bus duty as well. Queue up nicely. Have your money ready. Love Monsters by Gideon Publishing. This book, I realised I've even done a full flip of this, which I don't do that often. It is a beautiful book. Why have I not coloured in it? I picked it up and thought, I've definitely done one in there. Look through, I haven't done one. Why? I don't know. Whispering Stories of Dolls Sewn with Colour Pencil, Quilted Doll Colouring Book by Grim member Lee Hee Won. This is an absolutely beautiful book. I've made a mess of it before I've even coloured in it. You got the ISBN. It is the, I think, like I say, I've got a flip of this somewhere, so I probably did put a link in for it. I think I got it from Aladdin. But I've picked the ones towards the back that are kind of autumn, Christmas. So they're all these kind of ragdoll kind of looks. And I quite like the idea of trying to do this kind of fabric stitched techniques on top of them. I think it's quite interesting. So there's that one, there's this one that looks, again, cute, winter. Look at her little bag. I think it's lovely. She's got little houses on her skirt. I like her little boots. Just looks fun to have a go at. We've got some little carol singers that I like. These two kind of cake ladies. Look at her hat. Can you imagine balancing that on your head? Exactly. That is the right impression. Oh, look at that. And I quite like a friend carrying the teapots. Look at how cute that penguin is. I love the little stitched marks on it and the knitted effects. I'm not sure I'll be able to pull it off. And lovely kind of blue igloo ice effects in the background. We've got little stitched fish being cooked. Just think, yeah, it's got it all going on, this book. Will I be able to do it? I don't know, but I think it's lovely. But yeah, the little quilted doll book by Grim Member. I'd like to make a start in it. I can't believe I haven't made a start in it, because it is a stunning book, really beautifully printed. Look how lovely those are. Just the actual colour swatches are glazed. The rest of the book's quite matte. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful book. Oh, there's still more coming, sorry. This I'd like to make a start in. I got this again last month. Brambly Hedge, festive colouring book by Jill Barkham. I've kind of chickened out and picked quite small pages, so I've picked smaller sections till I figure out what's going on with this. It does feel a bit strange paper, so, and somebody did say to me that the paper was a bit tricky. I can't remember who now, so I do apologise, but thank you. So I have picked smaller ones, these little kind of vignettes of the stories, rather than these big pages. I thought I'll just kind of ease myself in with little easier pages, just in case it's really tricky. Like, I'm not going to start there, I don't think. As amazing as that page is, I think I'll just get edging slowly with Brambly Hedge. Festive colouring book. I think there's a few of these, isn't there? But this is the only one I've got. We'll see how we go with it. And then this one I've had all year, and I didn't colour in it last year because I ran out of time. Festive colouring. I think these are back in the works. I've seen. So I think I've seen it online again. So yeah, if you want one of these and you didn't get one last year, I think they were about £8 or £9 on Amazon, but on the works they were just at £4. So if you didn't get one and you want one, they're back in, I think. I'm not going to be able to do a double of these, but I'm thinking I might start on the toy shop. I think I'll start on that side if I start on any of it. I do need to test some other mediums in this book though, because the backgrounds in the autumn one took me so long, and I don't want to get stuck doing backgrounds for hours and hours and hours, so I'm definitely going to play about with what works in terms of quicker backgrounds for this, so I can concentrate on, you know, the little dogs. Look, there's my dog, there's my dog. In fact, that could be her as well. But yeah, again, I'm thinking that side, although I do like this side of the poodle parlour as well. I quite fancy doing the wood effects on this, but again, it's a big page. I quite like this side as well. I'm thinking the others are more likely. I do quite like this boutique page and the back page, which I think is the cover. Is it? Yes. The back page, which is the cover, obviously feels very festive. I quite like that. And look, my little dog's back on it again. So, but yeah, lots of cute little things. You've got a little snow globe in the windows, rocking horse. I think it's a cute book. I'd like to find a bit of way to tackle the backgrounds that I'm happy with in it though, so it feels like it's not taking me forever. Festive colouring book by a lady who I can never pronounce. Can I even see it without my glasses on? Where is it? I'm not even seeing it today. Oh yeah, it's further down in the Christmas one. Pimlada. I'm not even going to try and say it wrong. Lovely lady. I don't know how to say your name. I do apologise. Festive colouring book. And then finally, thank goodness, I hear you all saying, because this is ridiculous, there are two. Christmas by Colouring Book Cafe. We'll do that one first. Again, I could have picked this whole book. It's cute. I've kind of picked Christmassy, wintry, autumny pages, but Christmas jumpers, getting a tree. taking my snail for a ride on a sleigh like you do, or building a snowman. I think that is cute. And then this one is a new one to me. Kiki's have just sent me this week. So Kiki's Colouring, Cozy Village. I think I might do a quick flip on Instagram for this one, but I have picked some pages in it that I do quite fancy. Ooh, I'm low. I'm missing a page that I quite fancy. These goats are just so cute. They just look like they're up to trouble. So even though it's not autumn or winter, it kind of feels a bit more spring, doesn't it? These are just too cute, so I did quite fancy colouring them. Taking your dog for a walk on the bike. I wouldn't personally do it, but it is a cute picture. Ski lifts. I think that's cute. Leaf chaos. This is like my back garden. It's just a never-ending job of trying to collect leaves. Collecting some nice cakes to have at the cake shop. Having a tea and coffee with it as well. And a nice family meal. We're all having carrots, apparently, with our apples. Carrots, apples, and some kind of pie. But yeah, I'm thinking I might do a bit at Cozy Village as well this month. And there's way too many books here for me to get done this month. I don't know why these have just all stayed on my desk, because there's a small space there. Yeah, a few of these kind of cute and cozy ones. I know they're not everybody's favourite, but I've been enjoying working them in my style. And a lot more serious books. Like I say, I might keep this selection for December as well, because it kind of covers November, December, doesn't it? So we'll see how we go by the end of the month. I might have hardly touched it. I might hate them all. Who knows? Do you have a favourite that you'd like me to have a go at? Make no promises, because, you know, time. If only I didn't have to go to work. Damn going to work. Ah well. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know which is your fave. Hope you're loving your colouring. See you next time. Bye bye.